5 things to prepare for in an apocalypse. We live in difficult times full of unpredictable events. Who would have thought that in 2020 a worldwide pandemic would lead to lockdowns and millions of deaths? And just as we are about to recover, society faces many more challenges. So, for anyone watching, I'm sure you have already found some good strategies to prepare for a global disaster. Feel free to share your survival tips in the comments below. And while you're at it, please like and subscribe. But now, let's get straight to the point. The apocalypse isn't waiting for anyone. Number 5. Shop till you drop. Literally. Let's go shopping. One thing we all learned in 2020 was how to stock up in case of emergency. However, people prioritize different items in each country. Whereas in France, people were keen on getting wine in order to be able to deal with the crisis mentally, people in Germany were more practical and already thought of the consequences of digestion. Many people here today use leftover toilet paper for insulation. A smart move, because the next challenge we will have to face is not to freeze to death in the winter when we will run out of gas for heating. Did you know that freezing is really good for burning calories? So, if you want to lose some weight, now is the time to jump around in your apartment in order to save some money. You will be skinny in no time. Number 4. Inflation. Financial collapse. With inflation going through the roof, we will have to think about how to spend money wisely. What is the most important thing for human survival? Exactly, food and shelter. But with increasing food prices and unaffordable rents, people need to come up with alternative solutions. Maybe now is a good time to grow your own food and invest in that tiny house. That is, if you have a place for that. If you don't, consider moving to places where the cost of living is relatively low. Cambodia, Bolivia or Bali could be on your list. And if you move there in the winter, you don't have to worry as much about unaffordable heating prices as in Europe. Number 3. Move to the seaside. The complete collapse of the financial system is just the tip of the iceberg and a piece of cake compared to the challenges that lie ahead. If you still have something left, congratulations! You can now start to invest in a houseboat because with rising sea levels, chances are you might need one. Stock up your new home with toilet paper, cans of food, drinking water and a few animals, and you can reenact the life of Noah during the Great Flood. If you decide to set sail and surrender yourself to the ocean, you are also safe from the next problem that lies ahead. Number 2. The zombie apocalypse. Yes, I admit, the title is a bit over the top. People won't just turn into zombies. That is completely unrealistic. However, you should never underestimate an angry mob that has lost all faith in its government. People are getting angry, and rightfully so. Inflation, cost of living, climate change, war, that is enough of a reason to lose your mind. Or act brainless. And once society collapses, do what you learned from zombie movies. Avoid inner cities and large groups of people. It might be best to avoid humans altogether and live somewhere in the wood. That is, if there are woods or even trees left at all. Number 1. Masks. Get a gas mask. By now we are all used to masks. Remember to always have one at hand for the next virus mutation. As glaciers are melting, chances are there are new viruses coming that no human or animal has ever been confronted with, let alone your immune system. But that is just one possible scenario. The air hasn't become any better during the last decade. The world still runs on fossil fuels and the population is growing. With more than 8 billion people, emissions are rising, and if renewable energy isn't put to use, the air quality won't get any better. On top of that, there's not much left of the rainforest, our number 1 source for oxygen. And with wildfires getting out of control, new trees will need some time to grow before they can solve the problem. So, if you want to be ahead of the survival game, you want to grab a mask and some oxygen. Don't say the Lorax didn't warn us. Is this scenario too upsetting for you? I'm sorry about that. But future predictions don't necessarily have to become true. There are great inventions that could solve our problems. For example, hydrogen as a renewable energy resource, wind energy, solar energy, alternatives to plastics, and so on. The future could be bright. However, stocking up on toilet paper is never a bad idea. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments. How would you prepare for the apocalypse? See you in another video.